on, gamers? My name is Jinx, and today we're gonna play American McGee's Grimm. We're gonna dive into episode 8, which is Beauty and the Beast. And with that being said, let's go!
A story, Darkman, please! Story, yay!
Ugh, there's too much light. My blessed mess forsaken! These fairy tales are most plain, so dull and dry, a lifeless dream. I'll grow 'em bleak, I'll craft 'em dark to make 'em grim. That's my hallmark. My guts fill up with pretty tales. Their prissy cuteness never fails to make me puke, to lose my wits, to rot my teeth and give me fits. Love the rancid, stale and foul, despise the happy ending. Gross and nasty make me howl, though they may be offending. I'm here to build true tales of light, of fear and woe, bring back the night. I ain't dumb luck, a door up tuck, my humble goal is to run the
So cute. Every time, so cute. Okay. Let's check it out.
This incredible tale of Beauty and her Beast would earn my highest recommendation were it more about bizarre enchantment and less about misguided love. Well, let's deal with it. The handsome family home is engulfed in flames. A grave cause for alarm, no?
Everything's gone. The books, the furniture, the only portrait of Mama, my favourite stockings.
Surely not the truffles. I haven't had my tea.
Luckily I'm wearing my new pantaloons, and Father's ships are afloat. I suppose there must be a doubloon or two about.
Good riddance, then. And I wasn't that fond of Mama.
Some losses are evidently easier to bear than others.
Oh no, children! My entire fleet has been lost! We have been ruined by fire, misadventure, and pirates!
Father made one ultimately futile attempt to recover a portion of his assets. On his return from the city, and because he couldn't find ice at the North Pole, he becomes hopelessly lost.
These snow creatures are useless know-nothings. But you'd think the blasted horse could find his way home. Perhaps I am the unluckiest man alive.
Hungry, horseless, and cold, he stumbles into a castle. Incredibly, I state with prejudice, it's enchanted, like a summer day, with flowering gardens, food, and surprise.
I'll take a rose to Beauty, my dutiful daughter.
I gave you shelter. Well observed. I gave you shelter.
Mercy!
Shut your bloody pie-hole. I gave you shelter from the storm, and you steal my flowers.
But, I could not imagine anyone would mind.
Forget your buts. They will not save you from the death you deserve.
The rose was for my daughter. Please, spare me!
On condition that you give me this precious daughter instead.
If I were cruel enough to buy my own life at her expense, what excuse?
You are cruel enough, and coward too, I observe. Take this gold and bring your daughter back to me post-haste. If you fail to obey, I'll fetch you, and your end will become legend. Now Father returns home with Beauty's rose and his asses loaded with the beast's gold. It appears a bitter ransom.
To save my life, I've promised Beauty to a grotesque beast. He may kill her or subject her to more unspeakable practices.
Ooh, does he have a big...
Fortune, he must be very rich. I'm sure he's not entirely horrible.
Beauty, I have a scheme that needs a bit of funding. I wonder... I'm totally ready to go, Father.
Father delivers Beauty to the beast, and she's less than terrified. Very interesting. After a cozy tour of the castle, she retires and falls asleep. And dreams.
It's so weird. Every night I dream of a really hot prince who says I shouldn't trust appearances. What can it mean?
Oh, brother, what is it about obviously enchanted beasts and castles that she doesn't understand?
At long last. Do you mean to eat me now?
No, Beauty. I've come to ask you to marry me.
Ew, no, beast. I bet you got a decent personality, but my heart belongs to... you're just hideous, okay?
Ah, Beauty, you're so unkind. I fear I'm fated to be miserable all my days.
Well, if it's fated, say la guerre or whatever. Can I go home to see my family? I promise to return.
I cannot refuse you anything, but remember your promise, or you may have cause to repent it. For if you do not come back, I will surely die.
Beauty's family has nice new digs, purchased with the money secured by her attendance on a murderous beast. But no matter, it's joy and cuddles all around.
You must be tired from your journey, Beauty. Perhaps you'd like a nap.
Nap, by all means, long nap. Did you bring more gold? To sleep, perchance to something or other.
And every night she does dream, but not of the charming prince. Instead, she conjures up an image of the beast dying in his garden.
Ooh, better go back to the beast. I may be in his will.
So she falls back asleep and wakes up back in the palace. Nice trick! When she finds the beast, he appears to have expired. He revives after Beauty douses him with water.
Oh, beast, I think I love you.
Can you really love such an ugly creature?
Oh, for sure. We could buy a really neat bag for your head, and the castle is big and there's lots of really nice stuff like.
Will you spend your life with this ferocious beast?
Well, 1 or 2 items in writing, and it's a done deal. Separate bedrooms might be best, and you'll stay out of sight when I have someone over. And don't bother my cat. You'll frighten her to death.
Suddenly the beast disappears, and in his place stands the prince of her dreams. Beauty's the only one who didn't see this coming.
Please consent to be my wife.
Wow, I consent.
Oh my god.
Do you have any brothers? I should meet my friend.
He has a bear on his shirt.
Really hit it off, you know.
It took courage to redeem her father's pledge, and to rescue the beast from his terrible enchantment. Still, I think she had some misgivings. They're alleged to have lived happily ever after. Double... The quantity of puerile pap between the conflagration that began the tale and the premarital transformation with which it ended was enough to choke a hippopotamus. Need a drink to clear your throat? If so, play on. Beauty's house burns down and the family loses everything in it. Oh, it would break my tender heart if I had one. Let's incinerate the whole village. Make it gross. Let's move.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn it right the way down. Because I want to be able for us to talk Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. So, what I want to talk about today is a little bit different than the last time that I made one of my old school videos. Because last time it was really, really fun. And I spoke about, you know, learning the game with my dad. And that's great. But this time, I want to talk about. Jeez, this is hard. So, this time, I want to talk about mental health and my my own struggles with it. And I I know, Grimm, I know. Okay, I just Jiminy. Um
Burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno! Just one ship? Let's destroy the whole flotilla.
yeah.
Make it rotten.
Yeah. Um and this is difficult for me to say the least. I don't really like talking about it. It's not that, there's anything wrong
Stop it good.
um with having mental health. It's that I I don't I don't know. I don't really want to be, that gamer or that person who's just negative. I want us to get on here and forget all our troubles, and have a blast. Well, sometimes that's hard for me. Um, Honestly, like, yeah. I have, all right. I have complex PTSD, which is just a fancy way of saying that some really bad stuff happened to me when I was very, very young and throughout my life. And now, as an adult, I have a very hard time with everything, because it comes with a whole host of stuff. One of which is depression. And the anxiety and the OCD and those things that go along with my PTSD, I can pretty much manage, but depression for me is definitely the hardest of of all of the symptoms to gosh darn um to content. Ooh, that was really loud. um Depression for me is the absolute hardest to cope with. It it is, yeah, it's absolutely terrible. because when I get depressed, all right, um, goodness, this is harder than I thought. Uh, when I get depressed, I just can't cope. With anything. Like, just getting up in the morning is a challenge.
Don't come near me! Flee, you coward! Flee!
Let alone.
Father's search for
hold
his
on.
lost fortune was an utter failure. All he found was a coal. Too bad he escaped the pirate. Well, at least we can make it hoary. Make it gross. Let's move.
Yeah. So getting up in the morning is a challenge, let alone anything else. Trying to do, any kind of significant tasks, and people who've never experienced, like, really experienced deep depression will have a hard time wrapping their noggin around the idea that, oh, just get over it or just get better, it's not a big deal. But when you're in the midst of it, it feels like impossible to overcome. I mean, like, just the thought of doing anything, like getting up to take a shower, seems insurmountable, you know? And I, sometimes I can cope with it. And it's not a big deal, and I'm able to pull my brain out of, whatever dark place it's crawled into. But other times, it's like, it feels like an impossible task. And in this particular instance, well, the most recent, I should say, depression that I went through, it was something that was, for one, completely out of my control, and there was no pulling myself out of it. Like, I just had to write it out. Oops. Yeah. I just had to write it out until I felt better. And I'm still not, 100% for sure. I a bunch of stuff can bring it on for me. And this time it was something that seems really small, right? But at the time felt completely, oh no, don't fall, Jinxy. At the time felt really, really, really overwhelming. So what do I mean by that? So I had I've been doing this YouTube thing, and I got really depressed and frustrated because things kept going wrong, right? And And these were things that were completely out of my control, and also something that every YouTuber has to deal with at some point, you know? So, like, I would record a video and my sound wouldn't be there. And then I'd get frustrated because I'd have to record that whole stinking video again. And I didn't quite, the first time it happened, not a big deal. The 7th time it happened, my evil inner voice, which is the voice of my birth mother, who was a horrendous human being, came into my head and was like, all right, you just can't do this. Why even bother trying, and just talked really negatively.
Make it rotten.
Yeah. Nick. Oh.
Don't delay, but stomp away.
So, I hear the voice of my birth mom, like, telling me that, basically I'm a useless piece of shit, so why bother? And when I'm already frustrated and feeling sad, that's completely unhelpful. And when I'm in a good mood, or when things are going okay, I can handle it. I can tell her to shut the fuck up and move on. Right?
Does the lupine brain complain? Oh, Yeti again. Don't eat too fast, Wolfie. You'll get cramps.
Yeah.
Father wanders up to an enchanted castle. What luck! May whatever he finds inside make short work of him. Make it nasty.
Yeah.
Don't delay, but stomp away!
So, oops.
You incompetent!
I don't know why I did that. What was I saying? So, when my evil mom, when her voice comes in my head, and I'm feeling very down, it sort of just reinforces the negativity that's already there in my brain. And then I end up in this weird spiral that I just can't pull myself out of, right? So, when everything started to go wrong for me,
Don't be good!
my brain went, oh,
Don't fence me in. Now, let's get out of the cold. My pee's starting to freeze.
yeah, that would suck.
Not only does Father find sweet summer in the middle of a winter storm, a warm meal appears before him. Oh, the power of magic! But he still looks chilled. Make it foul. Let's move.
Yeah. So what? All I can do when this mood takes me literally is just talk to someone and hope I feel better or start to feel better. Like, there is alternatives, don't get me wrong, like for everyone.
Romp and stomp.
There's therapy. And also there's
Romp and stomp. Fire suits him, don't you think? Brings
Yeah.
out the red in his eyes.
yeah. Okay, so there's medication and therapy and, you know, all kinds of things to help. For me,
Rotten.
I usually do a combination of talking to my friend
Secretive as a
and
about as useful.
I usually talk to my friend and also take medication. Well, you know, medication is great. It would be really super useful. Except medication is also really, really expensive. Like, for one medication alone, it's like $180. Well, you know, that's just not been an option for me as of late. Which
Father
is
is caught red-handed by the beast. The punishment for stealing roses? His daughter in exchange for his life. Doesn't seem bothered by the prospect, does he? Let's make him suffer. Make it disgusting.
which is fine, you know. But it's one of the most terrible things, in my opinion, about the United States about the United States healthcare system, in my opinion, because it makes it impossible for someone like me who has to pay for their medicines out of pocket because
But stop it!
I am not pregnant, a child, or an elder. You know, so I have to. Oh, where's the way back? Okay. So I have to pay for everything out of pocket because I'm not covered with my health care. Well, I don't have health care, to be honest, because I'm, you know, it is what it is. And that's fine. But what alternative does that leave me then when I get into these moods of where I literally can't function? I don't want to eat. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to get out of bed. You know, literally there's nothing
Stop it!
that brings me joy or happiness during these moments. And honestly, the answer is there's nothing. Nothing I can do. I guess I gotta get up here.
Romping, stomping, butt kicking good. Whee! Father returns home with riches and bad news. Beauty must go to the beast. Shouldn't she be angry, upset, hurt?
You
I'd be
would think.
pissed. Make it rotten. Let's move.
So, you know, my choices are limited when I have this malaise fall upon me. All I can really do is hope that I start to feel better fairly quickly, and if I don't, you know, I have to try not to dwell on it, because also one of the lovely side effects of my depression, because everybody's depression is different, is that I then kick my own butt for being depressed. On top of, you know, my own negative self-talk that's in my mom's voice about, you know, being a worthless piece of garbage, I also have myself, you know, talking shit that I can't control my own depression. Well, it's a completely unrealistic expectation to have of oneself. And like logistically, I know this, right? Like logically, I know that I have no control over being depressed. I just am, you know? And yet, I literally beat myself up the entire time. Well, the only thing I can do is write it out. Okay. That's the first time I've heard them say that. She doesn't want to die and go to hell. Nobody does. Mate. Come on, little dog. Okay. So, anyways, the only thing I can do is write it out and talk to, you know, someone that I trust that will be honest with me as many times as I need to, because, you know, some people think, oh, it only takes once talking about it and then you'll be better and you should just get over it. Again, that's a common theme. Oh, cool. But you know, it doesn't really work that way. It yeah.
Is that a smile I see on her father's face? The bastard's just given his daughter to a monster. Let's show him what remorse should be.
Yeah.
Make it disgusting. Chomp and stump.
And then after I, you know, start feeling a little better, what I have to do is just what I'm doing now, which is going out and trying to have fun, even if I don't feel it in the moment. Because, like, you can't feel happiness if you don't try and feel happiness, right? Well, I may not really truly understand what happiness is, but I know that it's what it's not, and it's not being depressed and doing nothing. I have to, at least try. Well, sometimes that requires a lot of effort.
Now he looks remorseful, and is roasting quite nicely.
Yeah.
And I thought I had a lousy father.
Yeah, same, dude, same.
Beauty and the Beast together at last. What's happened here? She doesn't seem the least concerned at becoming his next meal. Next thing you know, they'll be rubbing noses. Make it rotten. Let's move.
Okay. So, what was I saying? I know I have to kind of force myself to try and at least go through the motions of being happy or having normalcy. And the only way that I can do that is just to do it. Like, I can't let myself wallow. And sometimes I'm more successful than others, to be perfectly honest. But like for instance, I already shot this video once, and I really wanted to throw my hands in the air because I couldn't figure out what the problem with my recording software was, and I didn't understand why it wasn't working right, and I didn't know what to do to fix it. Well, so I spent hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out. And then me and my friends spent hours and hours and hours trying to figure it out. Well, turns out it wasn't my recording software. Turns out it was my editing software.
Romping, stomping, butt kicking good.
Well, I mean, great. We figured it out, and now I fixed it, and that's amazing. And I now have more knowledge. But like, fact of the matter is that those kinds of setbacks, when I'm in the middle of being deeply depressed, doesn't help matters, right? So then I have to wait until I'm not feeling quite so sad, and then I just have to pull up my big girl panties and just go. Just say, fuck it, let's do this, and give it a shot.
Ooh, that's beastly. Look at her run. Oh, you are hideous. Hey, pull it out. I don't want any of your ugly rubbing off on me. You're repulsive from a distance, too. Beauty sleeps, dreaming of her family back home. Doesn't she look calm and quiet? That's
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Too quiet. Let's give her some nightmares. Make it disgusting.
So, yeah. Sometimes,
Romp and stomp.
yeah. Sometimes it's definitely harder for me to shoot a video. And that's fine. it is what it is. Um, it's, I just have to try and remember to not get frustrated by the fact that I'm, it takes more time.
I hope she wets the bed.
Oh my god, that's gross. What is Grimm up to? Or into? Talking about he hopes she wets the bed.
Beauty dreams of her family. This is too cute. Make it foul. Let's move.
Yeah, so there's all of that. And then another big huge thing that I had to learn was, because depression is such an isolating event, right? Or I should say, we naturally isolate ourselves because we tell ourselves there is no way anybody wants to deal with us when we feel this way. Well, that's partially true, but it's also like, if someone really cares for you, they're there for you no matter what. Period. That's all there is to that. Oops. I didn't hit the space bar. Yeah, what the heck is going on? Here, let's go this direction. Anyways, so one of the things we have to remember is that we aren't alone when we're depressed. It just feels that way. And there is lots of people who actually feel that way, the same way that you do. And most of our isolated feelings comes from within ourselves, and which just makes the depression worse. I don't know if that makes sense entirely, but because when you're isolated, right, it's easy to get down on yourself and be like, oh yeah, no one gives a shit about me, blah 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 blah. It's easy to lie to yourself in those moments. Which, couldn't be further from the truth. Well, no, it couldn't be further from the truth. And I say this, oops. I say that because, oops. Okay. Maybe I have to go at it from over here. I say that because isolating yourself when you're in the middle of depression will literally make things worse. It'll make the feeling of you're in this completely by yourself, even worse than it already is. And it makes it 10 times harder to see that there's a way out of the depression, and that you aren't completely by yourself, that you're not alone, and that you have hope and someone there for you that will support you no matter what. Yeah, it just makes it harder all around. So honestly, my biggest piece of advice for anyone having to deal with severe depression, Pudge, like mine, is fuck. Sorry, y'all.
Not so secret now, are you?
Yeah. Finally. Find someone, anyone, to talk to about what's going on with you. First of all.
Make it rotten.
Yeah.
Don't delay, but stomp away.
And don't be try not to be hard on yourself, and then try not to be pissed at yourself if you are hard on yourself, if if that makes sense, because it's a nasty cycle, the whole, you know, the whole, oh, I don't really have anything to be sad about, so I should be, and I should be happy, and beating yourself up for not being that way. Well, okay, and it doesn't actually serve any purpose other than whoever that negative voice in your head's purpose is to beat yourself up. And why would you want them to win? Now, I know that that's easier said than done. Like, firsthand. Like, oh my god, you decapitated him in your dream, Beauty. What is wrong with you?
Beauty returns home to much forced jollity. I hate such rejoicing. Let's crash this party.
Yeah.
Is she dreaming again? A rich fantasy life is a fine thing, but like money, difficult to manage. Make it nasty.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Yeah. Like I was saying, why would you want the person who put the negative self-talk in your head to win anyways? I mean, they're probably a piece of garbage that didn't have anything better to do than to torment you to make themselves feel better. Like, that's ridiculous, you know? And
Grimm's not so secret now, are ya?
and really, again, what possible purpose could that serve? How does that help you be the best you that you can be? Well, it doesn't. And again, I know, easier said than done. Like, trust me, I know. But you can't let anyone or anything stop you. And at some point, you have to take... Oh, I'm stuck. Take some accountability for your own happiness, right? Even if you have to fake it until you can figure out what the hell happiness is. Yeah. Because no one is gonna fix it for you. You have to kind of fix it for yourself. And
But stomp it!
I will... That sucks that I was in the middle of my speed thing when that went off, but okay. Alright. Do I have all the things in here? The little squirrels?
Now I'm
Yeah. You just... Even though, like, I don't know what happiness is, per se, I know what it isn't. And it sure as heck isn't, you know, me barely having the ability to get up in the morning. You know, it's not...
into Never Never Land once
Yeah.
again. Oh, let there be pirates!
Yeah.
Beauty dreams of the dying beast. I say let him pass and leave a desiccated corpse. Make it gross.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's move.
Okay. So what was I saying? I know I may not know what happiness is, but I know what it isn't. And I know that it sometimes takes effort to be happy. And it takes hard work sometimes to be happy. Right? And unless I put that effort in, I don't have anyone but myself
Don't be good.
to blame for not being happy if I don't try. I mean, as much as I can blame. Oh, damn. Yeah. As much as I can blame Shauna for, oh, god damn it. For fucking up my head in the first place. She's not even alive anymore. I can't be pissed at her for fucking with my head when she's not even here to fuck with my head anymore. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is try and not...
But stop it!
Not... Or remember that when her voice gets too loud, that it's okay, I'm okay, she's not alive, and only I'm responsible for my own happiness. She has absolutely no control over me being miserable anymore. And when that doesn't work, I talk to my best friend, and he tells me to get over it, and I'll be alright. That he understands.
Stop it!
But to pull my shit together. And when it's something that is out of my control, like with my recording software or whatever, he patiently helps me get through it. So that I don't have a meltdown. Because that's what friends do. You just have to figure out what works best for you to not feel that depression anymore. Whatever that means. Whether that's, oh, I need to talk to my friend, or I need to talk to a therapist, or whatever that means for you.
No, found it.
Yay. And then you have to follow through, which is the hardest thing about being depressed, is following through. You'll wake up and you'll tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna do this today, and then the next thing you know, it's the end of the day and you're crawling back into bed and
Stop it!
you wanna like kick your ass because you didn't get anything done that you thought you were gonna get done. Well, remember what I said? That doesn't work. It just doesn't. Like, you can't kick your ass because that just makes it worse. All of it. It's the most, I don't know, it is the most difficult thing, honestly. It's in like my top 10 list of shitty things that I have to deal with, that I've ever had to deal with.
I thought that might wake her up.
Yeah. Oh, she fainted. Oh, she crushed the beast.
Beauty has an intrusive pang of conscience and decides to return before the beast dies. Bah!
Yeah.
I already see where this is going, and I don't like it. Make it repulsive.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Oops, sorry. Gosh darn, stupid thing. Stuck. Yeah, it's hard to say, like, anything that I can think of that would be like a positive outtake, right? Sounds really contrite to someone who's depressed. It sounds meaningless. Like, you're like, oh yeah, just keep your chin up. Well, listen, when when you're truly depressed, telling someone to keep their chin up and be okay, it'll all be okay, is the worst possible thing you could say to them. Quite, quite frankly, because you don't. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, and like there's no thought put into what they're saying to you. I gotta get these stupid birds. Okay, there's the last one. Oh, two more. One more. Stupid birds. Come on, birds. Where did it go? Come on. Sorry, y'all. There's a bit. There we go. I think oh, darn it. I hear you dinging. Quit ruining my hard work. That's it. I'm gonna just go over here and butt stomp it. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I knew it! She finds a prince hidden inside that beastly exterior. I think I liked him better before. Let's sour this before it becomes too sweet. Another wedding? Must there always be a wedding?
Yeah.
Arg! Did I say arg? Aye, matey. We'll get the wedding. Let's set sail. Ahoy! Shiver me timbers. Walk the plank, you peg-legged prig. Hang 'em from the yardarm. Friggin' in the riggin'. Ahoy! I'm off like a bride's nighty. So much for weddings. Oh, make it vile.
Yeah.
Grimm's heel tread. Now.
So, the only thing you can really do
Now, I
is try and not get down on yourself. And then, yeah, I will. And then talk to someone who truly understands you as a person, who knows why you feel the way that you feel, right? Understands the things that you've been through. And that's hard. That's one of the most difficult things, to be perfectly frank, is opening up and talking about it. And then just getting through day by day, minute by minute, and baking it until you feel better. That's literally all you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly acceptable thing. Oh no, we crashed their wedding.
deprived of its proud status by deliciously malevolent acts of nature and men, Beauty and her family end up more than whole. Only someone with a well-developed sense of irony would welcome the family's precipitous descent into permanent poverty and deprivation.
Ooh, well, at least we got each other.
That lot of good that will do us. Can I eat you, drink you, read you, wear you on my back? I'll have to ride the pig to church. Even the cat burned down.
And my fleet's destroyed. Damn you, pirates! We might as well be dead. Dead! Father's skills at the bank or tavern count for nothing. Totally useless in the elements. He suspects the snow creatures are business rivals dressed in ermine. As long as they confine their depredations to underage workers, it's none of my affair. Perhaps I'll just crouch by the nearest tree and die. Fear of being consumed by ravenous wolves moved him toward a castle. A more sentient being would recognize this bizarre and unnatural abode as sinister and pass it by.
That was some very nice blood sausage, a bit runny. And the head cheese was tolerable. Perhaps I'll have an orange, or 6. And I'll give this rose to Beauty, if she's washed my shirts and shoveled in the manure. Holy shite! What the hell happened to your face? I mean, don't kill me! Don't eat me! I'm too young to die!
You are a fool and a thief and deserve to die on both counts. But if you bring me this child, Beauty, you may live to be a fool another day. That Beauty would take her father's place on the beast menu without a word of reproach or regret is simply incredible.
Great idea, Father. Beauty's young, probably quite tasty, has no children and no friends, really. Apparently worth a lot of gold.
I'd be a bit sorry to see her go. She makes a decent shepherd's pie.
I'm ready, Father, you mealy-mouthed coward, scoundrel and dumbass. A beast's company, even if short-lived, will be an improvement on this family. May you all contract plague and die horribly.
Now there's a woman I could get next to. So Beauty was delivered up to the ferocious beast. She was terrified, and with good reason.
I needed a change of underwear after I first met you. But you're not so dreadful for a grotesque managing beast. Still, I've been having a most vivid and peculiar dreams.
You've nothing to fear from me. You are my salvation in this wicked world.
And you're mine, evidently. Though they don't deserve it, my family may need my help. I laced their porridge with shards of broken glass when I left. Let me go. I shall return.
I'm not sure that will work for me.
You really don't have a choice. I'm already gone.
Turns out her family was mainly interested in how much beastly gold she could get her hands on before the creature had her for dessert.
Oh, Beauty, you're back, alive. How droll. Did you bring anything good? Gold? Eh? What?
No, brother. I didn't see the need. I thought you'd have expired from stomach problems by now. Pity. I had terrible distress in the lower tract for days, but I finally excreted it.
Me too. I couldn't keep anything down, and there was blood in my stool.
Oh, joy. Thank you, Father. I wasn't a total failure.
Her useless family musings notwithstanding, recurring nightmares eventually pointed her in a different direction.
I've got to go back to the beast. Call me crazy. I can't do any more here.
You're
Thinking
crazy.
she'd lost all claims to the pleasures of the castle, Beauty was frantic. Fortunately, the beast had left some zombie elixir nearby, and she revived him on the spot.
Not a minute too soon. I was beginning to stink.
You are rank, but I've smelled worse. I did my father's laundry.
Let's get married.
Why not? I doubt you could do better than me. Put this over your head.
Well, it's not my story after all. Don't blame me for the wedding, but it was a seemly affair. Same species and all, and her family, surely looking for another windfall of gold and movable goods, wasn't even invited. They were sold to the pirates. Serves them right. When enchantment's in the mix, it's sometimes hard to know where one's sympathies sit. Things worked out well for the prince, certainly, but I've always wondered if Beauty was a bit disappointed that she never spent a night with her beast. May all our stories end so well. Until next time.
He's such a randy little thing. He's fucking hilarious. So that's the end of this episode. Just remember that if you're feeling down, it's okay. There is someone out there who understands, even if it's a stranger on the internet. I've been Jinx, and this has been American McGee's Grimm, and we'll be seeing you again next time. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe.